Hey everybody, and welcome to Meals with Melissa, where I come up with healthier options of things that you love to eat. Now, here's the deal. I don't do complicated. So the things that I come up with, they're usually just a few steps, they're usually just a few ingredients, but it gives you something amazing that's nutritious, healthy, and has all the nutrients, the benefits that you need from it. So today we are making cauliflower parm or Parmesan. It's just a super simple, easy recipe. Now I know that not everybody loves cauliflower. I get it. So there's some other options. You can always do chicken and some other things, but you know, if you're trying to add some more vegetables to your meal plan, this might be a great option for you. Now, I've already gotten ahead of the game here. I've gotten a little bit cooked ahead of schedule, but I will tell you what I'm doing. So you're gonna get a head of cauliflower. You're going to, of course, core it, and you wanna slice it in 1-inch thick steaks, right? You're making your own cauliflower steaks. So I had the oven set to 425, and I actually went ahead and roasted this for about 35 minutes total, 20 on one side, 15 on the other. So these are ready to go, and I'm gonna start to add the rest of it to it. Now, first thing we do, oh, by the way, I did add a little bit of olive oil to both sides of the cauliflower, and then I seasoned with a little bit of salt and pepper, and that way, you know, good to go there. So after you take it out of the oven, okay, we're gonna add a few more things. So first thing that we're going to do, making sure I've got my recipe here, we are going to top it with a little bit of marinara. Now, you do know that a lot of marinara and spaghetti sauce and pizza sauce contains sugar, so you are going to have to do some due diligence and check to make sure that it's not including a lot of sugar. Now, this one does have some natural sugars in it because of the tomato, but there is no added sugar to this marinara sauce. This is just Newman's Own, okay? So I'm going to use a little bit of that, and I'm just going to spread it across my cauliflower steak there. So, you know what? Since I was a kid, I've always absolutely loved anything made with tomatoes. I love pizza sauce, I love marinara sauce. I don't love tomatoes. I know, I'm weird. I get it. Thought it would be something that would change as I got older. Nope, I still do not love tomatoes. All right, so I'm gonna spread this with a little bit of marinara. This one's a little bit of a chunky one, so it's totally up to you as to which kind you get. Like I said, I just always check to make sure that it doesn't contain a lot of extra sugar, because of course, sugar causes inflammation, which causes health problems. All right, so on top of this, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna actually set my oven to broil, because I am gonna broil it for a couple of minutes. So I'm gonna get that started. Broil, so that it's ready to go when I throw it in. All right, to that I'm going to add a little bit of mozzarella. Now I just bought the one that's already shredded because it makes it super easy. And again, we're trying to cut steps for you, but it's totally up to you. If you are more on a budget, you might wanna buy a block. I actually find that some of the best price on cheese right now is at our local Winco. But I usually use what I have on hand or what's convenient. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit of mozzarella cheese to this. Okay. And then I'm also gonna add a little bit of grated Parmesan. Now, this is the kind that I'm choosing for this. Now, normally we get the Kirkland brand, which is more like a shred, but for what I'm trying to accomplish, I figured that this was a little bit easier because it's the small little pieces there. So, I'm gonna spread a little bit of this all over, and I'm gonna throw it in the oven to broil for about 3 minutes or until it's bubbly and golden brown. The cool thing is you can eat this with a fork and a knife. All right, spreading a little bit of this all over. I have several pieces here. Just depends on how well you cut the cauliflower. Sometimes I make a mess. I don't pretend to be graceful. I just pretend to do my best. That's about it. All right, so I'm gonna throw that in for about 3 minutes, and we're gonna have a quick chat. All right, so timer, there we go. All right, so really my goal for you is to find great options for, I want you to be creative. You know, a lot of people think that if I'm eating healthy, it's bland, it doesn't taste good, it's not inviting. Well, over the years I've discovered that's not true. You just have to learn. First of all, you kind of got to learn to cook just a little bit. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to take a chef's class, but you do have to be able to do some basic cooking. And you know, it doesn't have to be difficult. We use the crock pot a lot. You know, I've learned certain techniques so that my food prep is really quick, and I do take most of my food with me each day, so that, you know, it's food prep. You don't have to be a bodybuilding competitor in order to food prep. What I tell people is your most likely way to be successful at your goal is to make sure you plan ahead or be prepared, right? All right, once that's done for about 3 minutes, I'm gonna add a couple more things, okay? I'm gonna add a little bit more of the Parmesan. I've also already chopped up some basil leaves, okay, just in a little bit smaller pieces. And we use a little bit of crushed red pepper. Kind of reminds you of pizza. Yeah, that's not a bad thing, right? So we're gonna add that to the top of it and it'll be good to go. So again, you could try this with some other vegetables. You could throw some chicken in there. Really, eggplant, which is not really my favorite, but you know, if that's something that you enjoy, why not, right? Now really quickly, my very best ideas come from you guys. So if you have a great recipe, I just had somebody send me one the other day that I'm gonna check out really, really soon. Because of course, why not share? Why not build a community and help each other out? Our goal is to be healthy and happy, and we can help each other do that. Pretty incredible. All right, I'm gonna check this. It's got about 1 more minute. Oh, it's looking really, really super good. And again, you can add some other things to it if you choose to, but I'm trying to keep it simple here. Now, if you guys have any questions, oh, by the way, if you do have a recipe you want to share, be sure to either leave a comment down below. You can also message me directly at Facebook Messenger. I do respond to everybody, so you can do that as well. Now, if you're on YouTube, please make sure you hit the like button. Also hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you know when new videos are popping up, which from now on is going to be a couple times a week. So keep that in mind. All right, so this is about done. Let me grab a hot pad. Make sure I don't burn my counter. All right, so we're gonna add those last couple of things and it'll be absolutely ready to go. I would definitely serve it warm, okay? All right, here we go. Check to see if it's a little bit bubbly. All right, now while that's finishing up for the minute, here is, they don't have to be great big pieces, but I did cut it about 1 inch thick. Again, it's gonna take a little time to roast, but it'll be nice and soft and it'll taste really, really good. All right, we'll pull that out. We're gonna add those extras to it and it'll be all done for today. So here we go. All right. All right, so you can see it's nice and golden brown there. Just getting kind of toasty. I love melted cheese, so that works great for me. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit more of the grated cheese. There we go, just so it's fresh, right? A little bit melted, a little bit fresh. All right, so that, I'm going to add the basil leaves, just for a little bit of color. A little bit of extra flavor. Don't worry, I'm going to show you in just a second. Okay, and also a little bit of the the red pepper flakes. I was never a fan of that as a kid. I'm just saying. You know how they always had that by the side at the table? I wanted the fresh Parmesan, not necessarily the red pepper flakes. All right, and then I'm going to put this on a really pretty plate and serve it. So that's all there is to it. I will leave the recipe down below, the full recipe. If you have any questions, please ask. But that's as easy and simple as it is. So don't tell me you can't cook healthy, good tasting food. Have an incredible night, you guys. It's a new night for this show, Meals with Melissa. It's gonna be every Monday night. If you're on YouTube, don't worry, it'll be posted very, very soon. You can go back and watch all the ones in the past and hopefully we'll give some great ideas in order to help keep you healthy. Have an incredible night, you guys.